I just want the people in Egypt to know that they're not alone.
That we are organizing now across the country. People have done it on Wall Street. Now we've started to do it here.
And we're going to march on the State Department, which approves every shipment of tear gas that goes to the Egyptian military regime. And then we're going to head to the offices of AXA, which has a 9% stake in BAE Systems. BAE Systems sells tear gas to the SCAF, the Supreme Council of Armed Forces in Egypt, the generals. They also sell tear gas to the Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF, and they also sell tear gas to Oakland PD. These are tools that have been used to repress democratic movements around the world, and we want to say no to that. From Cairo to the Bay, solidarity all the way.
From Cairo to the Bay, solidarity all the way.
From Cairo to the Bay, solidarity all the way. Hey Obama, don't you know that the Tawi's gotta go?
Hey Obama, don't you know that the Tawi's got to go?
Hey Obama, don't you know that the Tawi's gotta go?
Hey Obama, don't you know that the Tawi's got to go?
Alright, we're paused here, everyone, because inside this building is the Oval offices of the U.S. State Department. So we're here today outside the State Department to say no to the U.S. support of the military regime in Egypt.
The U.S. was trying to pressure the Egyptian military in order to keep supporting Israel. So the United States, by supporting Israel, isn't only supporting the massive ethnic cleansing and genocide against the Palestinian people, but it is also crushing the hopes and the aspirations of Egypt, as well as the whole Middle East. And Egypt is a gigantic country, I think with 80 million people. So the U.S. support for Israel is wrecking freedom for many, many, many millions of people.
1, 2, 3, 4, kick the Tawi out the door.
1, 2, 3, 4, kick the Tawi out the door!
In this building on the 7th floor are the offices of AXA Insurance. AXA is a multinational insurance company, and they have a 9% stake in BAE Systems.
Oh, we should.
BAE is a truly awful company. They are a massive arms manufacturer. They manufacture tanks. They manufacture drones. They manufacture many different kinds of bullets. Among them, they manufacture rubber bullets, and they manufacture tear gas, and they manufacture pepper spray. The tear gas made by BAE Systems, well actually Defense Technologies, which BAE Systems owns entirely, it's one of the two main types of tear gas that is being used against demonstrators in Egypt. It's also the tear gas that is supplied to the Oakland Police Department, which has been used against Occupy Oakland. And the manufacturers of the tear gas canister that hit Iraq veteran Scott Olson in the head and put him in the hospital for weeks, nearly killing him. They manufacture the tear gas and they supply it to the IDF, which has oppressed Palestinians and dispossessed them for decades. So they have a lot of blood on their hands, and we need to build a campaign against them. We need to build a campaign against AXA that forces them to divest from all arms manufacturers. And we need to put a stop to these tools of repression against struggles for justice and democracy.
Because it's all really one.
Right.
Every dollar that the United States government does not send to the military is a dollar that can be spent on education here, on healthcare here. It's also true that the Egyptians did not go to Tahrir and did not die so that they can go vote for a parliament. They wanted something much more radical. When we were there in Tahrir, the 3 words that we said were Aish, Hurriya, Adala, Ijtimaiya. That means bread, freedom, and social justice. It is the same. We don't want the money to be in the hands of the few that can use it to their evil means as much as they desire. Freedom means we need to decide how the resources are going to be used and distributed. And the more you guys decide on how your resources are going to be used and distributed, the more we can have the freedom to decide how our resources are going to be used and distributed. Yes. We need to keep the work going. We need to people to understand. A lot of people don't know how much the military in Egypt is supported by the United States. It's not about tear gas. Also, the bullets that were fired at people back in January, all the empty canisters had made in the USA on them. the Humvee that ran over the demonstrators on October 9th was also American-made, bought by American money. So tear gas is just the tip of the iceberg, and everybody needs to keep remembering that.
Basically, there will be a long-term campaign against combined system like in other companies that are supporting the military in Egypt. There will be another campaign to actually end the military aid to Egypt. So I think that this is something that all of us could work on, like the Egyptian activists and the American activists, because people in Tahrir will not be able to come here, but you guys can come here. And I think that like the American activists shouldn't take all these facilities and all this, you could say, available resources for granted. People there are getting killed and shot in the eye, but you can come and protest peacefully in front of such a place and nobody would touch you. I guess if our governments are collaborating and working with each other, we should be doing the same thing as well and fight back.
I just wanted to propose that some of us or all of us who want to go inside and leave a message for the corporation that we're talking about.
That's awesome. Great.
While we get...
Dear AXA, we are here as Bay Area residents, Egyptians, solidarity activists, the 99%, and people who believe in human rights. We will fight until you stop providing tear gas and other weapons to suppress popular movements. We'll be back. No, I'm not going. Okay, what's your name again?
Because they sell insurance. It's insurance agents. But I just don't know what product they sell.
Yeah, I mean, they also sell tear gas and rubber bullets to suppress popular dissent movements into the Oakland police with the Occupy movement, as well as in Egypt.
Their insurance funds are invested in arms manufacturers, yeah.
I saw their commercial on KQED.
Rather than protecting life, they're actually hoping to kill life. Usually in a building, they usually have it.
Well, they have a mailbox where it's tight that you can't leave it.
Well, yeah, we would be giving it to you, and you could put it in your mailbox.
We don't touch anywhere.
We don't take packages from nobody.
It's not a package. It's a piece of paper.
Yeah, we don't have. We're not capable of doing that. We don't do it that way. Let's put it that way.